Alright, so for Team Italy we have Mio, Glaceon, Slowbro, Absol, Wigglytuff against Portugal's Mime, Machamp, Snorlax, Greninja, and Sylveon. Our second best of 5 in Group B, we have Portugal against Italy. Portes on Machamp, Zorak on Snorlax, Dark on Greninja, Kasaki on Sylveon, Zelox on Mime. For Team Italy, we have Empa on Slowbro, Brian on Wigglytuff, Keep on Glaceon, Inferno playing Mew, and Klaus on Absol. Klaus, one of the best top laners in Europe as well, joining this 5i team for Italy. So looking quite scary. Team Italy is for sure a team to watch out for in this tournament. Very strong roster. They have a Sylveon jungle, not Sylveon, Glaceon jungle, and Wigglytuff is gonna try to scout out the Snorlax invading. I don't think he can do it in time. Zorak might make it over here in time, just no. Puts it nicely to the bush. Can he make it? The tackle? No. Just barely not enough. And the Glaceon evolution comes out for now. Top lane, we have just Klaus and Portes both stacking the attack bait. Right now joining as well. Can he get this last hit? No, he can't. Another attack bait stack for the Mudshop on top side. Gonna start running right now. Klaus is on the chase. Should be a KO. Yes, easy pickup for Klaus here. Gets the first KO of the game, and Snorlax is still fighting Keep in the jungle. He has 6 stacks currently on his Icy Wind. On my Icy Wind, he might get the KO. He jack buttons away from the tackle, but I think Snorlax might just be a bit too tanky still. Yeah, can't get taken down. So still kinda, I don't know if it's a win for Snorlax or not. At least for the eject button of the Glaceon, which is not too bad either, right? Wait, and did he get red buff? Oh wait, no, he died. He actually got red buff. I just noticed. But he gets it over to Klaus. Klaus going in with the double Night Slash now, has the eject button away to safety. Realized he's going a bit too deep. Yeah, Snorlax actually got the red buff, but then he instantly dies and gave it over to Klaus, who's now looking to invade. Dark has to be careful. Is Klaus going for this? Oh, I think he messed up. No, it does that. Wait, he said the second Night Slash. He was actually hitting it. But now Klaus getting auto-tagged by Snorlax. Double Night Slash again. Is looking for the Greninja. Will it take the jump head? No, the tackle is there in time, and Zorak gets Klaus, gets revenge, and picks up the red buff yet again. Keep on his jungle rotation clear. He's gonna pick up his own red buff this time. Has the Freeze Dry activated as well now for more damage. And Icy Wind. He actually ran out of time. Is there something wrong in his build? Oh, he doesn't have emblems, right? If you don't have emblems, do you actually don't have Icy Wind up permanently with blue buff? It's actually always running out of time, but they get Machamp still. Machamp goes down on top side. Nice KO. Now they can start scoring too. Klaus gonna score 12. Can Dark actually make it here to defend? Not really. Keep should be able to get 13 as well. It's completely okay. He stops it. He's like, maybe he doesn't want to kill the Go yet. Maybe he doesn't want to do it. I mean, it's kind of weird, I think. Having permanent uptime should be very important, but maybe not. Jumps in Dark with the double surf reset. Klaus looking for something, but gets taken down by Snorlax yet again. Nice pick off for the side of Team Portugal. What side we have Mime putting in a 1v2 and he's struggling right now. Inferno already level 7.5 on his way to his Unite move with Mew, so Mime is struggling down here. Empa as well level 7, so yeah. Not looking good for Portugal on bot side. Then the last hit goes over to the Mew. And to the top lane, we have Regieleki spawning now. Let's see, can he keep it up? No, he doesn't have blue buff. Doesn't even have blue buff either. Can he jump? And he loses all his Ice Sticker shards. This is terrible. Oh, keep right now. But he does have Unite move, he can charge up. And Dark is jumping in now with the Unite move. They're gonna fight Klaus. Klaus is the first surf reset. Keep also has to run out, takes a berry, but I think Dark could maybe be chasing this. Let's try to score 40 points. He's gonna go surf after it. Keep is trying to bait it out. And Dark stares the eject button away and plays it safe. Brian trying to hold the goal. But they can't kill it in time. They can't. The Regieleki goes in and gets the goal in the end. Bot lane, Registeel, picked up by Team Italy. And Mr. Mime also goes down. He tried to steal it, I think probably worth to try. But now they lose 70 points for this, so maybe it wasn't worth it at all. 70 points going for Team Italy. After also getting the bottom objective, so quite decent. Empa looking for level 9, can maybe turn this around. If he gets it. Inferno currently being in the Electro Boy. He's gonna switch right now. Does he go to Surf or he goes to Solar Beam? And Snorlax is dropping super low. They have to block the boosted auto attack. And they actually do. Dr. Emperor being very deep right here. Is he going to Unite move something? Otherwise he's going to die. He has the Amnesia, but Snorlax is the one dying. To the Mew and Glaceon damage. Now he's Slowbro Unite moving. The Greninja, he also goes down. 2 KOs for the side of Italy. A third one's going to follow. Silvio goes down and it's going to be a 40 overcap. 35 overcap for the side of Italy. Pulling ahead by 80 points now. Looking great. On this bottom fight. The score as well is super low. They can get a huge overcap for their side too. And they're invading right now. Inferno. Boost auto attack flies onto Greninja and it gets it. Mew with another massive boost auto attack is able to get this KO on then Jungler. Machamp jumping in with dynamic punch eject button, but it's just too much. There's no follow-up damage and he has to eject button or safety. Wait. So I guess he didn't eject button in. Just dynamic punched in. Lazy now, he dynamic punch goes in again. Dr. Emperor dropping super low. Really tough Unite. Keeps him alive though. And a huge Absol Unite by Klaus on the backline. Gets himself 3 KOs, I'm pretty sure. He leads everything. No, Glaceon was able to get 1. But there's the 3rd KO for Klaus. Now it also goes over to Mew. And there's the 32-point overcap. 227 points on the board for Team Italy. And a Regieleki to take as well. Should be quite free. Does Machamp have anything to say? He has Unite. He's going to look for it. He's going for Dr. Emperor, but he missed the dynamic punch. Flies into the wall and doesn't make it over it. Oof, that's gonna hurt. It's gonna just clear it now with this Unite move. And bot lane, what do we have? Regirock has spawned. And I think it's probably just gonna go for Team Italy quite easily. Klaus is already moving down there. Keep farming his jungle. Highest level in the game currently on 12.5. And yeah, Italy is gonna pick up a free Regirock on bot side. Very good for Wigglytuff and Slowbro as well. Again, gives you defense and special defense increased. Those 2 Pokemon are going to be even tankier. They're going to be quite happy. How is 5i going to play this late game? Are they going to look for backcaps? They have Absol, who can always be around on a side lane. But they're looking for something right now. Dynamic Punch goes onto Glaceon, but has the passive up. The stun does nothing. Klaus diving in with Dynamic Punch. I mean, not Dynamic Punch, Psycho Cut. And Night Slash. That's already 2 KOs for the side of Team Italy. They're gonna look for start more. As Akasaki has to run for his life. Is gonna fall asleep to the thing of Wigglytuff, but is still fast enough. And he's gonna look for a kill himself. But Brian should be safe. And goes back to base. Boost auto attack, and it gets him. Akasaki overstaying. And Inferno with another just insane boost auto attack. Grabs another KO for himself. Already 6 from you now. Looking great. Across the board we have a level lead. We have 3 on level 13 for the side of Italy. 4 level 10 Pokemon on the side of Portugal. That is just insane. Ryan just scouting out the Snorlax. Both things just CCing each other a bit. And Regieleki spawning. Also restarting to go for it again. It's despawning in 12 seconds, so if either team wants to do it right now, they have to burst it. Very fast. This is gonna be could be the last team fight, but Slowbro is scoring 50 points on bot side and Grinja's there too. So it's a 4v4 on top and without any jungler and it goes over to the side of Team Italy. They pick up this Regieleki just 2 seconds before Rayquaza spawns. It's gonna be so much pressure. Slowbro has scored 50 on bot side and he's actually winning against Greninja right now. Greninja's going for it, but the jump pad to safety. Now they're gonna push in top lane. Oh, that's a triple KO that just completely missed. On top side, Glaceon wiping the floor. And this Regieleki has to also be defended right now. What's Team Italy gonna do? Are they even gonna do Rayquaza? No, they're not gonna do Rayquaza. They don't care about it. They're just gonna try fight again. They still have 4 Unite boosts up. They know they're super far in experience. They know they're not gonna lose a team fight. Mew's pretty much unkillable at this point too. With 14 Glaceon. Just does massive damage. He's gonna pick up the blue buff as well. And he kept his Ice Eater shot this time around. No, Mew steals it away from the Glaceon. Portugal has to do something. They have 1 minute left. They're moving in now. But what a Solar Beam! Chunks them all to 1.5 HP. Machamp has to Unite move. Mew just scouting, buying time with its own Unite move. Can't be hit right now. The Solar Beam was absolutely massive damage. Machamp just can't play the game at all. Has to Unite move now. It goes on to Mew and Mew's actually going to die. No, Eject Buttons away at 1 HP. And Mew lives and the Solar Beam picks it off as well. Greninja dying in its Unite move. And Snorlax, that's an ace. A 5-4-0 for Team Italy. What a huge solo even to start the team fight with, hitting 4 members there, chunking 3 to under half HP. And then you also live on 1 HP. They pick up Rayquaza. And yeah, that's gonna be game. That is easily going to be game. Way too much damage out of the Mew. And Glaceon as well. 100 go in, 100 go in. Can they push the end base? Is that actually possible? Inferno looking for it. But I mean, the game is over, doesn't matter what. It's just style points now. He's gonna start scoring, and he actually gets it off. Just style points at this stage of the game. And Italy takes a very convincing first map in their first series of this tournament. And I don't think they're gonna give them Mew and Glaceon again. At least not in the same team. There we go. Mew doing as much damage as all the carries of Team Portugal combined. Mr. Mime having a rough game. 9,000 damage on Mr. Mime. Having an absolutely terrible time this match. Delphox, okay. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Delphox, sure. This time we have the entire 5i roster. We have Dravix now in. Instead of Klaus. Now it's the full 5i lineup against Team Portugal. Dravix playing the Tyranitar on top side. Keep is still gonna go jungle Charizard. Let's see how that goes. Do you see any invading? Game number 2. Can Portugal have a better showing in this one? Again, Italy look very dominant. It doesn't look like we get an invade. Zelox is just running bot side with his Aegis Slash. Also, I mean, Sonic's already ready. Or is he gonna invade himself? He might just invade himself. Now he's just scouting out to see that Charmander gets all the experience. Make sure we don't get invaded and Dravix running over to the left side. He's gonna start stacking. But can he last it against Blissey? That's the question. I mean, if Blissey is on top, on point, it should not be possible. Oh, but he does it! Actually, beautiful done. Changes both damage moves perfectly together and gets the last hit. And now we get first blood already! Going over to Labita. Gonna keep scoring over and over again. Brian auto scoring 10 points for himself. Now keep his top side to even help Labita out more. Even with leeching this Baltoy over to him. Can he get this one as well? Yes, he does. This Labita's gonna be quite happy from this early game. And getting away with a lot. Well played by him. Already evolved on level 5. Ataris are gonna just disappear very fast right here. Yeah, they do. Brian looking for Portez. Serena's might drop now. Pest Rapid Spin out. And gets to safety for now. Dark is gonna go back to jungle. Are they gonna invade it maybe? Do we have any invading going on? Doesn't look like it. They're both jungles gonna pick up their jungle buffs again. And then be ready for 30 seconds when the Atari is mid-spawn. But Dr. Emperor's looking for something over here. Couldn't deny the evolution yet. Can he get the Spytoy at least? Yeah, he does. And now Mamoswine has to be careful. He overmakes it quite hard for this, and he's gonna die. This guy is able to get him. And in the defender duel, Slowbro is currently victorious. Gonna start scoring some points right here. Dravix going towards bot side. Gets Sacred Sworded. Has to be a tiny bit careful. He's gonna score 13 points, then should be safe right here. X speeds away. He's gonna go towards mid lane now. But Delphox is ready. Can Dark maybe look for a KO onto Dravix right here? Dravix jumping in. Has to be careful. Dark messing up the flame charge, and there's Mamoswine from the side. And the Pupitar goes down in mid. This team wasn't ready for this at all, so he gets sacrificed. And Portez now looking for level 6. After this go, he should be level 6. Can they stop him? No, they can't stop him from happening. He's gonna get the dropkick now, aggressive glide, and he should be totally fine to safety. Has the triple axel. Has triple axel. Not sure if I like it. I think it's very hard to keep it up against the team comp. Or just trying auto-attacking is very difficult into Italy's team comp, so not the biggest fan of the triple axel. Mamoswine is gonna drop right here. Muse boost auto-attack flies through, and he gets picked off. Italy with another KO. And Aegis Slash has to be careful, no White Guard unlocked yet. Dark Flame charging around. And Mew dealing so much damage. Inferno again on this Mew dealing crazy amounts of damage early game. Portez diving now, triple X on top side. Has the drop kick, but there's no way they can kill the Snorlax, can they? Yeah, he abandons it. Gonna try to get this bunny at least, and he does. Gonna score 5 more points. There we go. Ryan trying his best to defend the goal, but quite hopeless against a Serena. They pick up Regirock for Team Italy on bot side, and Team Portugal is going to pick up this Regieleki unless Snorlax steals it away. Mamoswine is going to zone and should be enough. They're just going to push bot lane. Getting a small overcap right here, but still breaking the goal, scoring points. But so is going to maybe Team Portugal on top side. But Tyranitar's here. Can Tyranitar defend it? No, the Defox Unite. It's going to be too much zoning as well. Tyranitar going in and Unite. He's looking for the Dragon Pulse. Yeah, she gets it. He kills Serena too. And now Charizard from the side is able to kill Delphox. And Dravik's just able to live for a long time, thanks to Tyranitar's passive. And now they're gonna get 40 in, force Charizard. 4 more points as well, why not? And a bigger overcap on top side. Charizard just in time from the side. Akasaki now. Caught out of no man's land, is getting slowed by the Electro Ball. Probably should be going down. Nah, he doesn't go down. Mamoswine has enough peeling. And Blissey makes it out alive for now. Brian is looking for something right here. There's no way he goes for this. Nope, heavy slams away. Portes on the chase. Has the dropkick. Triple X the dropkick again, but can't really follow anything up. We still need the Mamoswine evolution. Still stuck on a blade. Portes is diving super deep, but again, this is like, you can't auto-tech against the block. There's way too much CC on the side of Team Italy. So it's gonna be very hard for those triple X's to actually get auto-taking done. Gravik's on top side is being very annoying. This Tyranitar is gonna be so hard to deal with for Portugal. Already level 11. He's gonna be an absolute raid boss. Goes on to Serena maybe? No, abandons for now. No, he shouldn't overextend. And we have both objectives spawning very fast, so right now taking a fight and dying will not be too smart. Team Italy is trapping. And Portugal, I don't think knows anything about this. Mew is walking out though. Mew is walking out, looking for the solar beam. And the flank is here, but Snorlax already ready to stop the Serena from doing. Blissey Unite flies onto Serena, but Serena just can't get towards Mew. That's why Mew just gets kited away. Booster auto tech flies onto Mamoswine of Mew, and Snorlax is just buying crazy amount of time there. Portis is diving in, or can they lock him down? There's the slow Unite actually going to Mamoswine, not the target they want, but he does fall. Mew diving onto the back line. Echo Slash should drop any moment now, but the Unite snipes Mew away. So at least 1 kill for Portugal, 3 are down though for the side of them. In Italy with a big teamfight win. Now it's gonna pick up Regice for some experience. Dravix is then just can't die. He's unkillable. Has another ancient power. And just runs away. We have still Regieleki on top. Both teams are moving towards it. Dravix gonna pick up those mid Altarias. Very fast. Needs a lot of damage already. And we have Charizard Unite still up. So Charizard can look for something. Serena has Unite. Unite advantage for the side of Portugal for now. But Charizard's looking for this. He's gonna look for the Unite move. There we go. Just make sure he gets it off, doesn't get cancelled. And the Regieleki also goes to the side of Team Italy. And I think Portugal just gets completely wiped right here. Yeah, 3 go down. Delphox is maybe getting chased out, but Keep has to be careful. It's 1 HP. Almost runs from the Delphox Unite. Barely saw it in the last second. And turns around. But still, 4 KOs for the side of Italy. It's difficult. Now they're dropping very far behind, and this Tyranitar again is gonna be absolutely unkillable. Inferno bot is even gonna be annoying with the solar beams. Has the current reduction, and he's gonna chunk out those beams one after another. 50 seconds, and we have a decent point lead for Italy. 81 points. They're still quite happy in a good lead. Experience-wise, they're super fight. Charizard level 14. We have Tyranitar level 13. Mew level 12. Highest one is Delphox, 13, 14 Portugal. Let's get close to 14 as well, so he's not doing too bad. He's the entire hope for this team right now. Hopefully he can get something done. Otherwise it's gonna look rough. It's gonna look very rough. Italy being very careful right here, scouting out. Mamoswine's gonna face check, but Delphox knows something is up. He's gonna start flame dancing all over the face of Italy right now. Charizard actually looking for a back cap. Keep on bottom side. We have Zelox still guarding this goal. Can he spot Charizard out? Delphox has to recall. Charizard just being very careful. Meanwhile, Serena puts Portugal into the lead on top side. So now, Team Italy actually has to do something. They scout out Charizard. Tyranitar trying to score points on top. Also gets cancelled. And now Team Italy actually has to do something, because they're behind in points. 1 minute 25 to go. Aegislash is also sneaking in on bot. He's going to score 60 points. And Italy is going for the Rayquaza now. They want to force a team fight. Delphox Unite already dropped. That's one Unite down for the side of Portugal. Keep now running in. He's going to look for a Unite move. There we go. Goes onto the Bliss. He's going to fly towards Delphox. Just try to get his Unite move off. Can Delphox maybe kite this in time though? Delphox doesn't win it. It's so close. And Xavier is going to score points now. 100 go over to the side of Italy. Team fights still happening in mid lane. We have Serena going on the Unite, but they can't get Drawix. This Tyranitar is absolutely unkillable. Another Ancient Power comes through. He's a lot, and this Triple X is not doing anything. They get kind of wiped. Only Mamoswine is left. He's going to try scoring points, but Rayquaza is going to slowly fall. Italy's working on it. The Tyranitar is just unkillable. Charizard barely winning this fight against Delphox. Could have been a complete different story if Delphox wins that. It was very close. And Rayquaza goes over to Team Italy. 2 games in a row now. Gonna start scoring. 58 for the Charizard, 100 for Tyranitar. Snorlax also gonna score 100! Yes, he does. Barely, but he does it. Mew also flying in with its Unite move. We actually have 700 points for the side of Italy. Nicely done. Another pretty clean game, I would say, from their side. Pulling ahead with a 2-0. GG's. Sylveon. Team Italy drafting Glaceon, Snorlax, Slowbro, Absol, and Sylveon. Against Portugal's Mime, Serena, Charizard, Wigglytuff, and a Delphox. This could be the last match of the series. And we have Gekogami playing now for Team Portugal, getting swapped in. Someone who played at the World Championship for Unite. Can he bring this back against a very, very strong-looking Italy? Also playing against Klaus again on the Absol. Back on top lane for Team Italy. Can Gekogami do something on this Mr. Mime? They're actually running 2 XP shares. We have 2 XP shares for the side of Portugal. And Brian as well, rocking the Light Bulb. And we have double EVs. We have the double EV jungle. Splitting this experience. Both are going to take experience to get to level 4 as fast as possible. And then go towards their designated lanes. Very cute start. Then we have Brian invading. On the Charmander, Akasaki is going to scout it out now. O'Brien is pulling it into the bush. He's going to have the attack, which does the most damage. And Akasaki has no chance against a Snorlax early game. Take does crazy amounts of damage. And there's no way a Charmander can outsmite it. Klaus though, getting quite low. Is going to run. X-Speed is popped by the Wigglytuff, but should beat up Brian now, scoring some points. But this time, might be caught. Does he have attack X-Speed? But he goes down for first blood. Portugal picks up the first KO of the game. Getting some revenge for the red buff steal. Drawix now. Oh, it's Drawix on the Glaceon. So keep currently not swapped out. Again, they're swapping out players because they're a 6-man roster. Solrock though, nice. Drawix with a double Icy Wind. That's the first KO on the board for Team Italy in this match. We have the Delphox on bot lane with Gekogami on the Mr. Mime. And we have Klaus invading again. This time, might be in time for this. Double Night Slash. There's the first one, there's the second one, but he doesn't get it. The first one just barely left it at 1 HP. And the Charmin was able to claim it. Klaus now has to run. Can you do anything about this Wigglytuff? There's another Double Night Slash. Maybe you can see at least one camp away. He almost got Charmeleon there. Almost, barely missed it. And gets punished for it. Gekogami securing this KO. So Team Portugal, bitter early game now. Portes again with the triple XL, which I just don't think is the play, I'm gonna be honest. I don't see him like staying alive in these fights. There's so much damage on the side of Team Italy. Birds are going down the mid side and so does Wigglytuff. Akasaki also is probably gonna be out of luck here. Sylveon claims this KO together with Jarvix. And now, what can Portes do in this 1v3 scenario? Can he live? Can he get a KO? Nope, no chance. Absolutely no chance. The Icy Wind murders him. And he gets taken down. 72 points already for Team Italy. And this could be quite rough. Zora getting dove. Wigglytuff standing no chance. Also just gets blown into pieces by the Icy Wind and Absol. Ryan with some nice heavy slams for the assist. And Jarvix just Ikogami's here now though. Forces Glaceons Unite. But the Icy Wind is here. Shotgunning people down. He's gonna jump through the bush. Portes is ready for it, but yeah, he can't overcome it. Just using his Unite move as a counter tool to Mr. Mime being here. Already level 9 now, dealing massive amounts of damage. We have a bot lane. We have also dive going on. Dark having no chance in this double lane now. 1v2 against the Sylveon. Sylveon is eject buttoning after it and almost gets the KO on Dark. Dark on the Delphox has to eject button away himself too, and we have Regirock spawning. Inferno's gonna score 30 points, and they already have 138 points on the board for Team Italy. So it's looking, there might just be another Stomp in this early game. Very far ahead. Charizard has to have a good Unite move right now, got level 9, so he has to find some KOs right now and get experience back for his team. He's walking towards boss. They have 5 men committing towards this, and Dr. and Inferno are not aware of this. The rocks are in the way, they're actually blocking the path. Inferno does have Unite, he's gonna straight steal it away, but Serena's able to secure it. Inferno should just not try to die right now. He's gonna run for his life and makes at least both live. Both living is very important because now they can defend the goal. And Regieleki might actually go in. Can they make it in time? No, they can make it in time. Charizard has Unite move up. Is he gonna look for it? He goes on to the Glaceon. Glaceon should just be dying right here. Jarvix goes down. Nice experience for this Charizard. And Klaus also dies. Can he find one KO? No, he can't. So not too bad for Portugal. They get bottom objective. They get 2 KOs on top side on very high level targets. But they are still 180 points behind. So even though they got these things, they could not score with it. Ikogami looking for his level 9. Again, very important on this map to start scoring points eventually, or late game is just going to be way too difficult that even Rayquaza can't make a difference. And nice, Klaus killing his former teammate with a Psycho Cut Night Slash combo. It's looking maybe for more now. Portes though is ready with the triple combo maybe, but no, can't quite do it. Klaus is eject buttoning away. Now if he was Stomp there, like Stomp could have actually made a difference. Triple XL is just, they just get away. I just don't see it in these matches. Portugal looking for a push on bot side, but yeah. Getting the Snorlax off this goal is going to be very difficult. Dark not level 10 yet, has like level 11, doesn't have the Mystical Fire Plus yet, but they're looking for a push. Delphox Unite lands onto the goal, it's very hard to defend now, but Ikogami's dropping super low. Snorlax Unite knocking 3 people up. Ikogami jumping in, now he's kind of still alive. Has a small shield from his Unite, goes to do Psychic, but gets taken down. It's a 1-for-1 Inferno now. Unite moving to dodge the thing. He lands it on Charizard and Delphox. Delphox gonna get run down. One more Flame Charge. But there's no way, right? There's no way he lives this. Yeah, he gets taken down. Nice Hyper Voice by Inferno. Very good Unite. And now Jarvix is gonna look to break this goal. Charizard does have Unite, so they have to be careful. Do they know about it? That's the question. Snorlax is here too now. The power swap onto Charizard. And they're just gonna go for this Regirock, who just spawned for them. You're gonna start taking this down, get some global experience, get more defense stats for a few minutes, and then start defending this goal. 23-1 for Ikogami, but they're kind of stuck in a bad position right here. He's gonna Unite move. Yeah, he goes onto Sylveon. Remember, Sylveon has no Unite. But he kind of just flies onto Glaceon, which I guess is more important. This more important target. But now he can't confirm a single one. Can he at least get Snorlax? The burn should be enough. Yes, Snorlax goes down. But so does Mr. Mime. Meanwhile, top lane, we have a Delphox Unite. Dropping for this Regieleki. And Klaus is diving so deep. Stuck in the Flux Zone. What can he do? What can he do? Goes back onto the Wigglytuff, but yeah, they're just gonna abandon this fight. It's just too hard to push it in still. If you have tanky frontline characters, Regieleki is just very difficult to push into the goal. And we still have a decent point lead. And this as well, this is on 11 points, so Team Italy can get a huge overcap onto this tier 1 goal on bot lane still and increase their lead even further. Inferno running in onto Charizard. What can they do? That is the question. Brian picking up some Aeos energy in mid lane. 1 minute until the last 2 minutes, until double time. And both teams are kind of just being very passive right now. Klaus level 12.5. Highest level in the game is Dravix on this level 13 Glaceon. 13.5 even. And yeah, Team Italy really wants to push this goal. If possible. Klaus chilling in top side. And so is Portes. Portes also wants to score here. He's looking for it. But Klaus sneaks it out. Goes in for the double Night Slash. It just shows that he's there, just that he can't score. Snorlax dropping under half HP. Getting quite low. And Delphox Unite's being dropped right now. They're gonna look for these KOs. 20 seconds before Rayquaza spawns. Yeah, Delphox has a very low Unite cooldown, so... Kinda maybe just doing it to burst on this Reggie. Which one is it? It's gonna be Ice? Oh, it's Reggie Rock again. Third time in a row, Reggie Rock. But Delphox should probably just be helping this right now. 5 seconds are left. Can they even kill this in time now? Delphox didn't help and it goes over to the side of Team Portugal, though. This might be their chance. Ekugami has to go into his Unite move, hitting 3 characters over and over again. Snorlax, counter Unite move, knocking up the Mr. Mime. Getting a lot of HP back. One is already down on both sides. Dravix didn't get his Unite move off. He goes down. Block onto Akasaki. Charizard has to run for now. And Delphox doing a lot of damage right now. Onto the Snorlax. Bashing it over and over again. We have 2 Unite moves up on the side of Portugal. And only 1 Unite move on the side of Italy right now. But the point lead is just massive. And Team Portugal without Unite moves could be quite difficult for them to even make a move happen. Klaus is just defending top on the subsoil. How are they going to push this? And Snorlax is also going to pressure the Delphox now, but has to be careful. Delphox is so hard to capture. Again, another Flame Charge, Mystic Fire. Brian has to jump out and gets away to safety with X speed. Portugal has to do something. Klaus! Klaus is down! This could be it. This is going to put them ahead, right? Yeah, that's going to put them ahead by 4 points. And now Team Italy has to do something. But Portes is down. Portes gets picked off by the WEV Evolutions. We don't have a Charizard Unite, but Gekugami has his Mime Unite backup. Italy has to do something. They're losing right now. And they don't think they know it. They're down by 4 points and they're gonna wipe here. Dr. Emperor goes down. The Sylveon goes down as well. Brian trying to defend the goal. Can Klaus maybe just run for something and try and score a goal? Onyx can buy time right here. Klaus just has to run across the map and maybe score. I mean, neither team knows who is winning right now. It's very close. But I think Portugal is just hoping they're ahead. Just a small point can make the difference, but I don't think anyone can score right here. Unless Klaus can somehow kill this Serena, which I don't... Oh, here's Unite move up! Portes? Portes? No, he also has Unite. And Team Portugal wins by 4 points. Team Portugal wins by 4 points after killing Klaus on top side. Oh boy. Klaus just too aggressive. And Portugal gaining their first map win. Giving us another game. Ramorant to round out this draft. We have for Team Italy Mew, Aegislash, Snorlax, Dragonite, Hoopa against a Lucario, Charizard, Snorlax, Mamoswine, and Cramorant for Team Portugal. Game number 4. This time we have Klaus on Aegislash. Keep on the Dragonite. Very interesting. Gekugami putting out the Mamoswine, Akasaki, and Cramorant. Besides that, we have pretty normal Pokemon for their players. Let's see what Klaus does on this Aegislash. Is he going to go for an invade? Looks like he is going for an invade, unless he's jungling, which I don't think he is. Because we have Keep on the Dragonite, who's going to take over the jungle. So Klaus moving towards the right side. Is Team Portugal aware of this? They should be. So Cramorant is just... Oh yeah, this is just very fast. This is wonderfully done. Cramorant just doing a Whirlpool to do it very fast to have the Charmander out. And Klaus is looking for here. Klaus is looking for the Bite. Can he make it in time? He can't make it in time. No, he's only level 2 as well. Can Charizard and Charmander actually fight this? No, Aegislash damage early game is so ridiculous. But Dark not doing too bad. Dives back in, has the focus band. And he is gonna be fine for now. We can see the wave on Bite. Waits for the boost auto attack, and he actually doesn't get it. Wow, the Charmander got it. Dives over again. Klaus now has to be careful. He also has Slowbro rotating over now. But is he going to get the KO? He does. With the last boost auto attack, somehow is able to get Charmander. Probably going to fall here any second now. The tackle comes through as the focus band. Another Shadow Claw maybe? Shadow Sneak has auto attacks, but yeah, this time he goes down. But he bought so much time. Keep already level 6 on top now. Also getting a KO on the Lucario as well. And Keep almost level 7 already. Fortes is level 5. Can maybe look for something. Does he have E-Speed? Oh, he has Power Punch. Power Punch. And Keep is very far ahead now of this Charmeleon. One entire level already. Klaus now joining his support back on top side. He's looking for this. Can he actually go for this KO? Shadow Sneak does a lot of damage early game. He's trying for it, and the boost auto attack is enough damage. Just barely enough, perfectly enough damage to get this KO. And he's gonna start stacking. Keep as well as back on top side. Skipping on his buffs for now. But let's get level 8 already. Hyper Beam unlocked. So quite early into this game, we have a Hyper Beam. And a very early Dragonite evolution. Mew is going to take the blue buff for some cooldown reduction and experience. And now helps Klaus in mid lane. But Team Portugal is kind of ready for that. The Surf hits. Huge boost auto attacks, flies into Crimorant. The focus band's already forced. Can Akasaki get away from this heavy slam? Another Hurricane. But the Surf boost auto attack is going to be enough. Bam. Inferno picks up this KO. Again on the Mew. And we have another Hurricane Crimorant. The second one we see today. Quite surprised by that. I just don't see what I can really do in these games, but... We will see. Xanthi didn't have a bad game in the end. Earlier in the other series with Crimorant, so maybe. There's something I don't see. Zorak finally getting level 4. It's gonna luck the Scald. There's so much green experience there. Oh no, it has Surf! Actually, okay, we have a Surf. This time. I kinda like it. Keep already 9.5. He's so strong right now, the Dragonite. Looking for this goal. They're gonna start doing it. Brian though gets Power Punch, but the Hyper Beam should delete Portes. No, it actually didn't do a lot of damage. Wasn't fully charged. But Klaus is able to just do damage with the Aegis Slash. Hooper gets back to base. Yeah, gets back to base. Charizard Unite goes into Dragonite, but Dragonite can just Unite move out. Keep it safe. Klaus though, is Klaus as lucky? He's gonna heal, he's gonna have the Hyperspace Portal, and he gets back to base. Gets back to base, ports back in, misses the Sacred Sword, has to be careful now. But just runs back to his goal quite easily. Regieleki is up. Both teams are working on it. Do we have any Hyper Beams? Mew meanwhile picking up the Regice on bot side. It's still over half HP, and Portis is only level 6, he's so low level. It's not gonna do any damage right here. Another Hyperspace Portal for the team, and now Keep is just gonna secure it with the Hyper Beam. Waiting for it, there we go, there's the Hyper Beam, easy secure. But this goal, they have to kinda kill this goal. If they want Regieleki to do something and they can't, it's gonna finish it off. But they still have 187 points already. Such a huge lead in points. But this time they need a few more. Last time it was not enough. They just lost in the last 2 scores, so... But again, a huge lead in just points and experience. Lucario just level 7. Slowbro just hitting level 8. Almost Swine also is not even level 8 yet. And Dr. Emper is looking for this. Dark doesn't have Unite. Entire side of Team Italy have Unite moves up in top lane. Lucario goes down again as well. Lucario is down. Klaus is going to score 31 points here without contestation. No jump heads up yet, so Lucario can't make it. And he should be totally fine as well. Goes back to the Hyperspace Portal, but he gets knocked out by Kekugami. And now Slowbros on the side. Can they kick Klaus? I don't think they can. He's going to be way too tanky in this. Keep is also here, and he just bursts them down. Has his Unite move up, going for more chaos now. Not even have a Mammoth Swine yet. And Klaus is just, he looks unkillable right now. There's a Charizard Unite. Dragonite again, deja vu. Unite moves out again for the second time, but this time Klaus, no! He somehow gets away. Another Sacred Sword into a White Guard. And he's totally safe. Keep chasing the Slowbro. Next Hyper Beam might be enough damage. Can he get it? Can he get the Hyper Beam? No, he stops chasing, which is probably very smart. Takes the Wrap-Off instead. Actually not doing a lot of damage to it, Dark now. Getting Mew Unite move, and Mew's just gonna one-shot this Charizard. Oh no, not really. I think he kinda misplayed a bit. He didn't make his Unite do damage to him. So Charizard lives for now. Electro Ball also not enough damage to steal this blue buff away. And we have Regice. Ah, the Regice. On bot side spawning. And Team Portugal wants to fight this. They have Unite moves up. They just want to look for a team fight, look for experience. Maybe score bot lane afterwards. But obviously Team Italy is aware. Dr. Emper is super deep. But he can buy time with his Unite move. It's going to land on Charizard. Knocks him up, dropping super low. But they get their Regice. They get some global experience, and Dragonite goes down. That is huge for the side of Team Portugal. Hooper Unite is popped. Gonna start porting his teammates in. Klaus is here. Klaus with a nice Unite move, but it doesn't confirm the kill to Lucario. He might drop now. Klaus is down. Power Punch is enough to get him. Brian as well is gonna fall. Hooper at least, no, you at least sniping 1 KO onto the Cramorant. But Team Portugal at least getting some KOs, but they're only 300 points behind. 300 points behind. How are they gonna do this? Slowbro's not gonna be lucky. Actually, he healed for quite a lot there. Should make it out in time. And he does make it out. Virgilecki's up, and we have Charizard Unite. He could still use it one more time. If he really wants to, but he has to be fast. I guess we use it right now. He does on Hooper. Hooper's gonna fall from this quite easily. Does Hooper fall? Kind of plays with the Phantom Force a bit, yeah, but Hooper does finally go down. On the backside, we have Klaus, and we have Keep. Killing Cramorant and Lucario. So in the end, still positive trade for Team Italy, even against the Charizard Unite. Gonna pick up this Regieleki. That Team Portugal has to defend. Not looking too great. Thing is pushing in now. And we have 25 seconds left. Or we have the last 2 minutes. And right now, I mean, Team Portugal needs a miracle. 299 points. No, 301 points behind. It's getting too late. 301 point behind. They need a lot of scoring. And a huge teamfight win. Let's see if they make some Hooper Unbound play happen later on. If they open up the base, they can maybe just port the entire team in. That would be quite sick to see on this map happening, but obviously they don't have to do anything right now. They don't have to do anything at all. They can just chill. Gekugami's already dropping super low, but they're attacking Brian. Brian has to force Hooper Unbound. This was a terrible mistake by Brian. And this could be the start of something. Strawberry Knight goes in as well. What can Team Italy do here? Inferno just using slow. Solo after Solo. Akasaki goes back on the backside. Unite move of Klaus, but he gets Charizard Unite. There should be enough to get finally Klaus. Klaus goes down, yes. It's a 1-for-2 so far. Hooper respawning a 2-for-2. But it's still 4 people up on both sides. And Team Portugal still needs Rayquaza. And even then, it might not be enough. They're gonna start doing it. They have to do it. They have no other choice. We still have Mew Unite, we have Snorlax Unite. They're gonna start fighting. All Team Italy has to do is look for chaos. That's all they have to do. And they're dropping super low to the Mew Solar Beams already. There it is again, shanking Cramorant. Lucario is gonna fall to this booster auto take off Mew. Yes, it does. Gekugami also super low. It's gonna die any second now. And even if Rayquaza goes to Team Portugal now, there's absolutely no chance they can do anything with it. On the backside, Mamoswine, Gekugami goes down. Rayquaza doesn't even fall in HP right now. Immunity could just make it. They can even flip it right now. Even if they lose it, the game is for sure decided. Charizard goes down. And Slowbro, last man standing. Bam, boost auto take off Mew, another double KO. And Rayquaza goes to Team Italy. Rayquaza goes to Team Italy. And they're gonna take this serious. This was a very dominating last match. Team Portugal stood absolutely zero chance. And even though they lost one game, it was a pretty clean best of 5 win for Team Italy. GG's. GG's. Team Italy with their first best of 5 win in this tournament. Looking strong. Looking very solid. Inferno on the Mew. Having a great day. And shows why Mew probably has to be banned. Or picked very early on.